Yo, check this shit out, gang. Chopper gang squad is in full effect, gang. The whole time we thought Roman Abramovich was a ruthless dictator owner out here doing things as he pleased and so fit, but somehow man, Chopper gang boldly from America, man, from the US, pulled up and showed us that there's another level to this whole thing. Now, I'm talking about the sacking that happened yesterday morning of Thomas Tuchel 7 games into the season. Now, this sacking, it doesn't make sense. Now, I'm gonna tell you why, but before that, actually, right now, Graham Potter from Brighton is confirmed to be the new Chelsea manager as we speak. He's done some incredible job in Sweden, and since he came to the Premier League, he's done some incredible job with Brighton as well. Hands down, he's the best English manager in the game right now, and nobody even comes close. Miss me with all that Gerrard and Lampard talk, gang. But having said all this shit, man, it's actually incredible that Chelsea had the balls to sack Thomas Tuchel 7 games into the season. Now let me tell y'all why this shit doesn't make sense at all. When this new owner of Chelsea pulled up in the summer, he said that from now on, a Chelsea manager will have a say on the transfer targets and the players we sign. And therefore, even though he wanted Cristiano Ronaldo, Thomas Tuchel said no, and that was that. So Chelsea went against signing Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, having said this, all the 7 players that Chelsea signed were approved by Thomas Tuchel. On top of this shit, Tuchel confirmed just 3 weeks ago that he was locked in negotiations with Chelsea to extend his contract. Now, it's actually ironic, the last 3 managers of Chelsea that were sacked mid-season, they were all sacked following a defeat in a different competition. Now, if y'all remember, Frank Lampard was sacked after a game in the FA Cup. Jose Mourinho was sacked after a defeat in the Premier League. It was Leicester, I believe. And Tuchel now is sacked after a defeat in the Champions League. This just neatly sums up the delicate place a Chelsea manager is constantly required to spin. Now, when Man United approached him and he rejected Manchester United, and when he chose to stay at Chelsea, he was leading Chelsea to a domestic double where he lost twice on penalties on the final, and he was leading Chelsea to a top 4 finish. While doing all this shit, he had to contend with Chelsea's hardest times in recent history, and that is the future of the club. Because of the shit that was going on with Abramovich, Ukraine, Russia, he was getting asked about this shit every single time, and the future was unclear. So motherfucker had to spin a lot of plates at the same time. Now, his faith on Chelsea, his loyalty was repaid by getting sacked 7 games into the season. One of his signings, Denis Zakaria from Juventus, didn't even play a single minute under him, while Aubameyang managed to play 59 minutes under his new manager. And Chelsea just sanctioned one of the most expensive transfer windows this summer. It was worth 250 million. Now, most of these players were approved by Tuchel. And it's funny, like Mandem like Fofana, the record signing of this summer by Chelsea, managed to make just 2 appearances under Tuchel. He didn't even have a proper chance to coach and manage and organize his new players. Tuchel, despite having won the Team World Cup, the Super Cup, the Champions League, reaching 2 finals, he lasted only 18 more days than Frank Lampard. And not to mention this season, Tuchel has a winning percentage of 42%, while Klopp in comparison has 28%. Man, to all this bullshit, man, the worst part is the fact that I was looking forward to the Conte versus Tuchel fight part 2. Now they robbed us out of this shit. Now gang, I'm not even a Chelsea fan out here, you see what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe some Chelsea fans are happy about this shit, maybe some are actually disappointed, because the feeling I got is like, Chelsea fans love Tuchel, man, for the things he did in the short time, even though they complain about the attack and shit like that. And by the way, mind you, no matter what a motherfucker might say about Tuchel's attacking strategy, Chelsea under Tuchel are amongst the top 3 who create chances in the Premier League. Now, having said all this, the thing is we don't know what went down behind the scenes. Maybe there's been some beef cooking up, but the whole thing just didn't make sense. They signed players like Aubameyang, and that's a player that has even worked with Tuchel before. So you would think Tuchel really wanted this homie. So it wouldn't be wild to say all the players Chelsea signed, Tuchel wanted them, or at least approved of them. So you can't tell me Tuchel was in the long-term future of Chelsea plans, even to the point that they were negotiating contract extension for the Chelsea manager. So you would think something must have gone down behind the scenes for them to suddenly bust such a you. But I'ma keep it honest with y'all, man. Even for a team like Chelsea, who are known to suck managers even without blinking an eye, this is just a new low, man. I'ma keep it real, man. Rudiger described Tuchel as the best manager he's ever had in his career. Last year, for the obvious known circumstances, it was a difficult year for Chelsea, and yet Tuchel made the best out of it. If it wasn't for Kepa, y'all know what I'm talking about, and some motherfuckers, Chelsea could have easily finished the season with a League Cup and an FA Cup. That's a domestic double. That's what Liverpool basically did. But it is what it is, man. Graham Potter is in the building now, and I really believe this is Chelsea loss. They just let go of a demon. A demon is in the market now. But what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think this is just a wild sacking, or do y'all feel this decision is justified, especially considering that Graham Potter now is coming in? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box. It's your boy YoungMully. Like, subscribe. It's lit.